I spent 60 years of my life believing a lie. It wasn't a lie told to me by a con artist or a criminal. It was a lie told to me by my culture, my teachers, and even my own parents. It's a lie that almost everyone you know believes right now. It's the lie that says, your life is something you build for the future, not something you live in the present. I call it the when-then lie. When I get that degree, then I'll be happy. When I marry that person, then I'll be complete. When I reach $1 million, then I can finally relax. I'm 80 years old now. I've reached all those whens. I've had the money, the house, and the status. And standing here at the end of the road, the lie has finally been exposed. The then never arrived. Because the moment I reached one milestone, the lie whispered that the real happiness was at the next one. I spent my entire life preparing for a destination that doesn't exist. Please watch this before it's too late for you. Let me pull back the curtain on this deception so you don't wake up at 80 and realize you missed the only life you ever had. Why do we believe this lie so easily? Because it's profitable for the world. A man who is content with what he has today is a man who doesn't buy things he doesn't need. But a man who believes his happiness is just one purchase away is a perfect consumer. I built my life around this. I treated my 20s as a sacrifice for my 30s. I treated my 30s as a sacrifice for my 50s. I was always living 5 years ahead of myself. I was a ghost in my own present. I would be at a beautiful dinner with my wife, but my mind was in a meeting that was happening 3 days later. I thought I was being ambitious and responsible. I didn't realize I was being robbed. The lie steals your now by promising you a tomorrow that it has no intention of delivering. At 80, I can see that the only thing that was ever real was the dinner I didn't taste and the conversation I didn't truly hear. The lie has a cousin. The belief that you have to become a perfect version of yourself before you deserve to enjoy your life. I spent decades trying to fix myself. I thought that once I was smarter, richer, or more disciplined, I would finally be worthy of the life I wanted. But here is the truth exposed. There is no perfect version. There is only the you that exists today, flawed, tired, and beautiful in your imperfection. I waited until I was ready to take risks, only to find that the risks I was afraid of at 30 are impossible at 80. I missed out on being a messy young man because I wanted to be a perfect, successful man. Now I'd give all my perfection for one day of that messy, vibrant energy. Stop waiting for a version of yourself that doesn't exist. You are already enough to start living. I believed the lie that my job was my identity. I thought that if I was essential to the company, my life would have meaning. I gave that company my health, my weekends, and my peace of mind. I thought I was building a legacy. Do you know what the lie didn't tell me? The lie didn't tell me that the company would replace me in a week, but my family would never replace the father who was always too busy. I was a king in the boardroom and a stranger in my own living room. I believed that providing was the same as parenting. It isn't. Money provides a house. Presence provides a home. If you are sacrificing the people who love you for a title on a door, you are falling for the cruelest part of the lie. When the lights go out, the company won't be there to hold your hand. Your family will. Let's talk about someday. It's the most dangerous word in the English language. Someday I'll write that book. Someday I'll forgive my brother. Someday I'll stop working so hard. At 80, I can tell you exactly where someday is on the map. It's right next to never. Someday is a psychological trick to help us cope with the guilt of not doing what we know we should be doing today. It's a way to feel like we're making progress without actually moving. I had a list of somedays that was miles long. Now, many of those doors are permanently closed. I can't travel the way I wanted. I can't apologize to people who are already gone. The lie convinced me I had infinite time. The truth exposed is that time is a dwindling flame. If you don't do it now, accept that you probably never will. I believed that wealth was a shield. I thought that if I had enough money, I could protect myself from suffering, from loneliness, and from old age. I spent my life building that shield. But wealth isn't a shield. It's just a set of golden handcuffs. The more I had, the more I had to lose. I spent more time managing my assets than I did managing my soul. And when the real storms of life hit, when I lost people I loved, when my health failed, the money just sat there, useless. What truly matters is relational wealth. The friends who show up without being asked. The children who actually want to spend time with you, not because of your will, but because of your heart. I traded time for money. And at 80, I realized that was the worst trade of my life. You can always make another dollar, but you can never make another minute. So, what is the truth that replaces the lie? It's simple, but it's the hardest thing in the world to do. The truth is that this is it. This moment, right now, while you are listening to my voice, this is your life. It isn't a preparation for something else. It isn't a bridge to a better day. This is the whole thing. The lie wants you to look away from the present because the present is often messy or boring, but the present is the only place where you can actually feel the sun, hear the music, or love someone. I learned to be present at 75. I wasted 75 years living in the before and the after. The last 5 years have been the most vivid of my life, even though my body is failing. Why? Because I finally stopped believing the lie. I stopped waiting. I started being. I am 80 years old. The lie has no power over me anymore, but it still has power over you. You are probably feeling the urge to plan for the future right now. And yes, be responsible, but don't let the planning become a replacement for the living. Break the cycle. Expose the lie in your own life. Stop saying, when then? Start saying, now. Love the person in front of you now. Take the risk now. Forgive the debt now. Don't wait until you're 80 to realize that you were already home. You were already enough, and your life had already begun. Thank you for listening to an old man's confession. If this spoke to your soul, please subscribe and join us. Like this video to help it find someone else who is trapped in the lie. And tell me in the comments, what is one thing the lie has been telling you that you're finally ready to stop believing? I'll be reading. God bless, and live today.